Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? I hope well. Well, today is a nice Thursday, as I always say, just getting ready for Friday, so it feels pretty great. Looking forward for the weekend where we sleep, sleep, sleep. And I suppose today is there's no better way to get started. Is actually in the couple minutes I had here, I saw some pretty cool things online, primarily from Lifehacker. So kudos to Lifehacker. And again, I had to actually tweet it and just say thank you for having awesome articles. I mean, just things that are interesting. The first one I would like to look at, to be somewhat quick or to the point, succinct as possible, is how much do you pay for rent? Now, it's interesting because I love infographics and they say so much. So, and goodbye. There are different people saying, but let's see. In fact, I want to zoom in here. Expand. There we go. Now, very interesting. Very, very interesting. The first ones you want to see, actually, to focus on the good, right here in the center in the Midwest: Missouri, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky. What? Ohio, of course, West Virginia, somewhat expected, Indiana, and of course Michigan. Just more power to you, Michigan. You're still there. Didn't fall off the map. All that said, because I love Michigan State too. But the first one, I'm here in Virginia. So the average. Whoa, hold on. Let's actually read this first. In the past 3 years, the price of rent has increased 60%, while the price of homes have decreased 46% in the United States. Now, wow. Okay, so in Virginia, where I am, right in the center there, the average. Hold on, where'd it go? Yes, the median rent as of 2008. 2008 was $927. Oh gosh, and the median as of 2011 is oh wow. All right, 1,450. Wow. Now that I'm reading the chart here and actually how to read it, my gosh. And the thickness here, let's see, we're looking at about 0 to 50% increase here in Virginia. Well, 927 divided in half, 450, 470, 468. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense there. But wow. Okay. So, all right, looking at DC, 2008, $990 is the median, and 2,500 in 2011. So wow. So if we want to move somewhere cheaper, let's see. I guess Lucky 666 is probably what everyone's thinking. Right here, Ohio. I've heard Ohio is scary, and if you've ever seen the movie Gummo, which if you haven't, consider yourself Gummoed now because you should see it. But it's could give or take it, but Texas is not as bad as I expected. I mean, they have all this land. I mean, if you ever look at House Hunters on HGTV, every lot seems to have so much land around. It's like land is the cheapest thing in Texas. Let's see, North Carolina is a little better. I expected that though. I actually really like North Carolina. I've considered even moving there. Let's see, Maryland, somewhat expecting the highness of it. Yeah, somewhat expected. Let's see. Oh, Vermont's a little worse than I expected, at least in the increase. Well, under 800. So basically, very cool chart, infographic. What I said in that tweet I mentioned earlier is just that how useful these are and how much I love them. So, yay. They're great. So, I suppose one of the biggest things to take from it is just maybe you have it pretty good where you are. Maybe it kind of gives you that horrible perspective of, yeah, things could be a little better. But I think everywhere you go, you do what you can. And one thing I've learned in the last year is working all the time doesn't necessarily mean that things are like working all the time doesn't bring happiness. The fulfillment you get from being productive and being needed, feeling useful, those are fantastic. But just like I've been stretching out with these videos and some other projects, fulfill yourself outside of work, because trying to be there all the time, no matter how fulfilling, I mean, teaching I still enjoy. I look forward, I'm trying to work out a way to sub for one of the other instructors now, but I just enjoy it, and it just happens to be work that they give me money for. So it's a balance. It's certainly a balance. And my little projects and video games and stuff that I try to do in my spare time to relax, relaxing's great. But this is my favorite article that I've actually had sitting on my screen for I think a day or so. So maybe it's not today, quote unquote, but by far this has been really cool. So the article is Life Hacker once again, and it's discussing how best to work in a team when trying to generate ideas. Now, sometimes I am the innovator, the one that comes up with the, unique or different ideas. And I guess I'm used to thinking differently, so I expect my ideas to seem different from everyone else's. But this is a wonderful method when brainstorming as a group. And I say as a group only because it actually recommends to, as a group, go somewhere by yourself and generate your own ideas. Now, I love it. Now, this, let's see, Lauren Nordgren, professors at Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University. Northwestern. I think Kravitz went there. But let's see. Well, here sums it up. All right. From Nordgren, early ideas tend to have disproportionate influence over the rest of the conversation. Absolutely true. They establish the kinds of norms or cement the idea of what are appropriate examples or potential solutions for the problem. Whenever you're trying to think of something original and break out of what everyone's initially thinking and their predisposition to go in certain directions, I just see that a lot. So I love it's pretty plain. That is pretty darn plain, and even the solution, to get to the point again. Next time your group comes across a problem, separate and brainwrite, then come together to discuss your ideas. It seems like an extra step, but if you're really looking for unique quality ideas, and it even says focus on getting the quantity of ideas that are original from yourself and not from the group. That way, you're actually able to focus on a good quantity of solid ideas for the group to address over, the initial ideas that may seem pretty full of quality ideas, but they're from the group, and you're always going to suffer a groupthink when especially nowadays, it almost seems like it's a difficult, or maybe not a crime, but not as encouraged to have original ideas. So I love that. I love both of the articles are short too, weren't they? See, I love stuff like that. I got a good amount of information and I have something to reference back to, and I actually have a new tool for generating new ideas and brainstorming, or brainwriting as they designate it, and this looks awesome. So all that said, where are my Skittles? I took a break from Skittles. I didn't jump straight back into them yesterday or the day before. So I said I was going to eat some right now, but I don't have them in my pocket, so I'm going to see if I can make it to tomorrow. Challenge myself. Not that I'm addicted, but they're nice. So, all right, just have a great day. Hope that was of interest, but definitely just get ready for the weekend.